Good afternoon. My name is Caroline, and I'm a lawyer in San Diego.
I'm
Please
already
don't
in
hold that
trouble.
against me. Remember, Mr. Munger was once an attorney, too.
Right.
First, I'd like to sincerely thank you, Mr. Buffett, for your business integrity, tireless leadership, and generous contribution to philanthropy. My question for the distinguished panel of two is, now that the AI genie is out of the bottle, as someone astutely put it earlier today, what business in Berkshire Hathaway may be most at risk with AI?
Well, that's a wonderful question. The problem is I really don't know anything about AI, but obviously, anything that's labor intensive and that it can create an enormous amount of leisure time. Now, what the world does with leisure time is another question. Whether more leisure time, I know an awful lot of people think when they go to work at first that what they want is leisure time, and what I like is actually having more problems to solve. But AI is profound. I mean, that's what makes it a genie. Is what can happen. I could tell a few genie jokes, but I better not.
I guess, Warren, we probably
I don't know what, in terms of our businesses, they'll figure things out. I mean, we've got smart people, and it's obviously, if it's used in a pro-social way, it's got terrific benefits to society. But I don't know how you make sure that that's what happens any more than I know how to be sure that when you use two atomic bombs in World War II, that you knew that you hadn't created something that could destroy the world later on.
Yeah, I think when we think of AI at a lot of the business units, I mean, we're truly, Warren, trying to think, how does it make us more efficient, more effective? I mean, it results in more idle time, and we're probably not thinking of the iterative AI where we're looking at very specific processes where our people can implement it, and either at times it displaces the labor, but then hopefully there's other opportunities for them within the business. But I think, when you think of all our businesses, I mean, we do have a heavy labor workforce in a lot of them, but I think at the stage we're at as a company and maybe where it's at right now, it's really around how do we do things more effective, more efficiently, more safely if it involves dangerous processes. So we're early innings.
John Maynard Keynes was just wonderful to read, and incredible mind. But in around the time I was born, he wrote a book about what could happen. I don't know whether it was in the next 100 years or whatever, and he predicted correctly that output per capita would grow at this incredible rate that it has. But in terms of speculating as what people would do with that, I mean, this guy was unbelievably smart, but it hasn't developed exactly the way he predicted. He was right about what was going to go into the equation, but he didn't have it figured out exactly what would be the result. So it is really, well, we didn't know when we were developing the bomb that there would probably be, very soon, 9 countries, 3 of whom we should worry about plenty that will have what they have, but we didn't really have any choice. And you could have had all kinds of papers written on it and everything else, but we were going to do it anyway. We needed to do it. And if you haven't read it, it's fascinating to go to Google and read the letter by Leo Szilard and Albert Einstein to President Roosevelt, written about a month before, almost exactly a month before Germany or Hitler moved into Poland. And it laid out, well, Leo Szilard knew what was going to happen, or had a good hunch of what was going to happen in terms of nuclear bomb development, and he couldn't get through to Roosevelt, but he knew that a letter signed by Albert Einstein would. So it's probably the most important letter ever written, and you can read it, which is just fascinating to me. But that started the Manhattan Project. That started, it just everything flowed out of it. And like I'll bet anything that Roosevelt didn't understand it, but he understood that Albert Einstein just sent a letter, and he probably knew what he was talking about, and he better start the Manhattan Project. It's just unbelievable what happens in this world.